Peyton, what was working for you today, and how did you feel out there on the mound?
I felt great. My fastball and curveball was working today really good. I could throw my curveball in any situation in the count, and fastball was working good. I could throw it low, I could throw it high, or I was just locating really well today with my fastball.
Bob.
Hey, Peyton. Hey, Dave Van Horn was talking the other day about the depth on this pitching staff, and he sounds like he thinks it's pretty deep and might be a deal where you guys are playing 4 SEC games on a week and don't really know. But how do you feel about the depth of the pitching staff, and where do you feel like you fit in?
The depth of the pitching staff is definitely a huge factor this year. We have a lot of young guys that are good and throw hard. They have a lot of good stuff and locate good pitches. And I mean, as far as I stand, I love the position I was in today. Come in the 5th and 6th inning and get some quality good outs, and or closing is in my mind too.
Hutch.
How do you think this fall has gone for you, and what's your velo up to these days?
Fall's been good. I had a rough start, but I think I found my rhythm. I've been pretty calm and relaxed, and everything's been working for me. And velo's been up to 97, mainly sitting 95, 96.
Bob.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about a couple of the hitters. I assume you faced a few times. I guess Caden Wallace and Colin Smith. Maybe if you could say your thoughts on each, like on one guy and then on the other guy.
Yeah, I don't think I've faced Caden Wallace yet, but I know he's a really good hitter. He has a lot of power. He can hit the ball on any side of the plate. And then with Colin's an all-around just toolsy player. He can hit the ball. He has really good power. He can play in the field. I feel like both of them guys will play a huge role on this team this year.
Hutch.
Yeah, Peyton, I think you said that you liked the kind of role you had today, but would you like an opportunity to start, or you feel more comfortable coming out of the pen, maybe an opportunity to close some games?
I feel really comfortable closing games. I would love to get a start. I think I'd have to get my trying to find a word for it. But starting is definitely in my mind. I'd love to. I have to get the endurance for it. But closing, I love closing. So, yeah.
Bob.
Yeah, it was, Casey Opa's kind of a surprise he was back, but the draft got shortened. It was nobody's fault, just kind of the way things fell. But Dave said Casey's come back with a really good attitude. He's obviously a team leader, a veteran guy. What's your take on Casey and being back? How's he been, and what does he mean, especially to the pitching staff?
Man, it's huge to have him back. We do have 2 other catchers, but I feel like Opitz, he's a great guy. I'm lockers right beside him, so I talk with him every single day. Have him behind the plate. I have a lot of confidence. All the pitchers have confidence in him with pitch calling. If they can throw it in the dirt, they know he's going to block it. And same thing, if somebody gets on first, he has the ability to throw anybody out in the SEC conference. So it's definitely huge to have him back, and it's going to be good to have him in the spring.
Are you impressed with his attitude? Because some guys would be ticked off, like, oh man, I got screwed because the draft wasn't what it should have been. And Dave said he's really, really had a great attitude.
No, I think his attitude's great. Yeah, it's tough to not see such a good player go and such a good person as well. But I think he's handled it very well and come back with a great attitude, motivating everybody on the team and pushing everybody to their limits.
Hutch.
Yeah, along those same lines, David mentioned that Dylan Leach had a really impressive fall. Have you been able to throw to him at all this fall, and what have been your impressions of him?
Yeah, I've thrown to him a couple of times. I feel like he's going to be really, really good. He has a really strong arm. His pitch calling's very consistent. I like how he calls the pitches, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do in the future.
Bob, you got one more?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about Christian Franklin. I guess one, from an offensive standpoint, if you faced him, what's been your take? And two, as a pitcher, how much do you appreciate what he can do on defense in the outfield?
Having him in the outfield's huge. He can make any play he can run from center field to left field, catch a ball just as easy as right to him. And having him in the box, yeah, it's pretty intimidating. He's a really good hitter and has a lot of pop on the bat. So I'm definitely excited to have him.
Hutch, last one.
Yeah, I just got one more. The pitching so far through 3 games has given up quite a bit of runs. I mean, what would you say to maybe fans who might be a little bit concerned about the pitching staff through 3 games of the Fall World Series?
Oh, sorry. Say that again.
What would you maybe say to fans that might be a little concerned about the pitching staff through 3 games of the Fall World Series?
We've had our ups and downs, but I don't have any worries. So I feel like the pitchers are going to come out on Wednesday and shove on both sides of the red and black squad. So I wouldn't have any worries.
Thanks, Peyton.
Thank
Yeah,
you.